Um, this is a video in response to, I think, people. This is a response to this video that my that Teddy did. Let me freestyle. You're super cute, boo. And I feel like it caught a lot of attention because some of the things you said, I feel like a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon. When religion comes up, like you said, there's it brings out the worst out of people. I think people are so quick to be judgmental and outcast you from the freaking gay community. Honestly, I think this video just shows on the effects of internalized homophobia. I don't want to call her out or anything, but I wasn't even mad at her the whole time, and I'm very religious, and I'm hella gay. I used to be a Sunday school teacher, so when people try to bring up, well, the Bible said on chapter 1, verse 3, I can't quote you chapter to chapter, but if I put out a Bible, I can find it. Like, I used to teach Sunday school for like a year plus for teenagers and for the younger kids, so I'm pretty well versed. Um, the Old and New Testament, so which one do we pick to live by? Because that's what it boils down to. I feel like people who are so anti-gay and so homophobic want to live in the New Testament where Jesus, like she brought up, eating meat. You weren't supposed to eat pork back in the day. And then one day Jesus was like, oh, it's all good. I'm eating pork. Just love your neighbor, love God. That's the one rule he said should never be broken in the New Testament. And that's the reason he contradicted the Old Testament so much, was because he was like, I'm gonna make this easy for you, y'all. It used to be so hard to be Jewish back in the day, let me tell you. There were rules about how you brushed your teeth to how you did your hair. Like, that's how bad. I don't want to say how bad it was. I'm not trying to knock on Jewish people. I'm just saying, back in the day, when God first was interacting with us, he made a lot of rules. Jesus came around and was like, yo, it's all about love. So when I have all these flaming homophobes running around talking about God says hate fags, I'm like, come on now, know your stuff. Like, which testament are you living by? And I feel like that's exactly what gay people have to go through. Like, what are we living by? You said that you're fine with being gay, but you're worried about marrying. Like, you don't think you can marry a woman. And totally understand how that feels. Because when I first came out, I didn't want to marry a girl.
Yeah, you were afraid to marry a
I
girl
was
as far as the whole privileges behind that. Because think about this: when you marry a man, your privileges go
way up.
way
I
up.
totally
Are you kidding?
understand.
Like, it's the privileges that you get being a straight couple
Going to the
married,
grocery store, how people treat you, not even so much about civil liberties, it's
but just
socially you get so many.
social privileges that you get as a straight couple, as a straight married couple, that a lot of people don't seem to realize is actually
And
a
I
big
didn't want to
deal.
marry a chick. I was like, I totally understand what you mean by wanting to abide by God's rules. I want to have a normal life. I want my family I want my loved one to come with me. Like, we were just talking about this, how the gay community doesn't get family support the way straight people do. Like, the one thing I honestly miss about being with guys is being around their families. Me and my ex dude, I was at his family's functions, his house all the time. Like, my family's a little strict, so when he came over, he would help my dad with yard work. I haven't experienced that since I came out the closet, and I miss that. And I don't want to say that I'm going to get with a dude just for that, because I'm thoroughly attracted to females, but I could totally understand you saying that you would marry a guy for the privileges that come with it and wanting to abide by God's rules. Like, I think that has a lot to do with self hate, honestly, though, because I feel like society says those are God's rules. Society
And
says
religion
that.
is made up by different influences regarding society. You know what I mean? Society really had a big influence on religion, and religion is run by a lot of not good things. If you look at Christian organizations or Catholic organizations or different kinds of religious organizations, always stemming from different things that
Mm-hmm.
aren't necessarily God-like, you know? So it's really just a matter of your
So,
own morals and your how you self-hate. You've learned to self-hate through different means and different influences in society. For example, like the self-hate of your skin. People of color have that self-hate. You, as a
dark
person of
skinned
color,
people versus light skinned people.
yeah, we've all had these kind of experiences as colored people. Like
That come
we,
with self hate. And, like, of course, a black person, we all talk about how, like, I love how this, when it came up about black is beautiful, of course we can say that. And of course we believe that. We want to believe that. I still have moments where I look at my hair and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? this nappy shit. And I love being mixed. So I'm just saying, like, you can be both. You can be a full, like, which is why I'm just, like, I feel bad for everybody getting on you like that. You can be a full-fledged lesbian, be full-fledged Christian, and have such contradicting emotions. Because as a person of color, I love my mixed heritage. But sometimes I feel that self-hate of, like, fuck, I got white people in me. Like,
or I want to be more white.
right. Or
you know?
I wish I was blacker. And I'm sure people who are not mixed, dark-skinned females, I'm not trying to put words in anybody's mouth, but it's in the history books. Self-hate is evident. And
that's just a racial example, and it's the same kind of thing goes on with homosexuality. You know, the self-hate of not being straight because you know that you're supposed to like men because you've been told your whole life that you're supposed to be with men, but why aren't you attracted to them? You know, and
you can definitely marry a dude and still be gay. You could marry whoever and still have those feelings.
And it really depends. Is your marriage a legal contract, or is it something that's binding you emotionally?
I just thought
what
it was interesting how you didn't see this video, but she said that she would want to marry a guy who is like queer too, so they can work on it together. And to me, that was like an awesome ideal in love. Like, I don't know. Maybe you have to find another religious person. I'm not trying to find a solution for you. I just
giving opinions.
Like I said, you gave your opinion. I'm giving mine. I'm kind of commenting on what Teddy, what you said. I feel for you. I feel like you're at. I don't know how long you've been out. I came out when I was 18. Everybody goes through different stages differently. I feel like you're at a place I was when I first came out religiously, just on the religious side of being gay, as far as like not wanting to marry a girl and worrying about that and the whole nine. Because I totally felt like that. Sometimes I still feel like that, honestly, and it's internalized homophobia. Fuck, that shit sucks. So which side of the Bible are you guys living on, the Old or New Testament? Because it's in the same book. It fucking contradicts itself.
Well, also, we should probably just make statements as far as our own religion, like what we believe.
Oh, I'm thoroughly Christian, first and foremost. Denominationally, is that a word? Denominationally. I'm Baptist. I grew up in a Baptist church. I started going to church on my own when I was 4. When I was like 12, I started teaching Sunday school for the little babies. Then I was 13, I started teaching Sunday school for the teen classes. So I was teaching people who are older than me. So I would like to stake my claim at being able to speak on this if anyone wants to. I don't know.
Go about with the whole Bible thing.
Shit,
as far as my religious history goes, I was baptized Catholic. I guess it'd be Roman Catholic. But when I was 13, probably a little bit younger, like 12, I didn't really feel too connected to the religion. I didn't feel emotionally attached to that type of image of God, and I started, I guess, just looking into different religions when I was 13. I've looked into Wiccan, Baptists, I've looked into Buddhists, I've looked into just a bunch of random stuff.
Why do you never felt connected to
I just didn't feel like I was understood with that religion, you know? And now I don't really claim any religion, but I believe in certain things like karma, and I believe that God is love, and I do believe in God, and I don't necessarily call God, you know, the universe is usually what I refer to. I believe in energy. I believe in certain things that I know and have come to understand and have researched and learned about through school or on my own, but as far as like religion, I'm not too religious, so this is more your topic.
Do you think if like it was okay to be gay, you would have been able to make that connection to like what you were brought up to be your religion, or do you think that you were just
Oh, we'll do a part 2.
Maybe. I don't know. Fuck. We're getting into a bigger topic.
Yeah, we are getting into a bigger topic.
It's a big topic, yo.
It really is. A lot of these topics combine and link up, and it's a lot of different people's opinions, and it's a lot of different facts and a lot of different perspectives. So we welcome everybody's perspective.
And Teddy, hopefully you let me link up this video to yours. I understand if you don't want to. It's all good, but I'm gonna send it to you. Peace out, yo.
Peace and love. And all of the above.